Okay, let us practice some of signs for this factorization of trinomials, because sign is the main source of error. So the first example is 3x square plus 17x minus 6, and c is minus 6. So AC is 3 multiplied by minus 6 is minus 18, and B is 17. So we have to find two numbers. If multiplied we get minus 18, if added we get 17. So first of all we are looking for their signs only. So let's say both numbers are written like this. So we are looking for what will be the sign of first and what will be the sign of second number. So look at this minus sign of 18. So this minus sign tells us that sign of both numbers should be different, because only a numbers with different sign can have a product in minus. For example, if one number is minus multiplied by plus is minus, our first number is plus multiplied by minus is also minus. But if both numbers are plus or both numbers are negative, we will not get minus sign. So we know that one number is plus and one number is minus. So we are done with the sign. Now at this stage B tells us that B is positive. It means the larger number will be positive, because when two numbers have different sign and we add them, the resultant has the sign of the larger number. So it means the larger number will be having plus sign. So it means this number is larger. And now we will get the numbers, and let's practice the number as well together with this. So what will be the number? So product is minus 18. So we ignore the sign because we have already decided the signs. So what about this 18? So 18 has a factor 1 and 18. 2 and 9 is also 18. And 3 and 6 also 18. So what two numbers could possibly be our numbers? So if we multiply 18 with 1, we get 18. Can we get 17 when we add them? Yes, we can. So it means the larger number will have a positive sign. So we got our numbers as 18 and 1. 1 has a negative sign and 18 has a positive sign. So this is how we find our numbers. First we decide the signs. What are the signs of the number and which number has the largest sign? And then we find the numbers only. We are not taking any sign consideration here. We are just trying to find two numbers which have product 18. And the larger number will have positive sign. We have already decided that. So this is how we perform this operation. Now take a second example. 8x square minus 6x plus 1. Now our A is 8 and C is 1. So AC is 8 multiplied by 1, and B is minus 6. So now the product has a sign of positive. It has a positive sign. 8 has a positive sign. So it means our numbers can have either both numbers can have negative sign or both numbers can have positive sign. We are not sure yet. Either both number can have negative sign or both number can have positive sign. Therefore we will get positive product, because if you multiply two positive numbers you get positive. If you multiply these two numbers you get a positive sign. If you multiply two negative numbers you still get a positive sign. So our numbers can have both positive sign or both negative sign. Now we will look at the sign of B. What is the sign of B? Negative. So it means our both numbers must have negative sign, because if we add two negative numbers only then we get negative number, because if we add two positive numbers we will not get a negative number. Our numbers will be in this form. Both numbers will have negative sign. So now find the numbers. What are the numbers? For numbers we have to see the factors of 8. So 8 has a factor of 1, 2, 4 and 8. So what two numbers if multiplied we get 8? One way to get is 1, 8. The other way to get is 2, 4. There are only two ways to get 8. So if we add 1 and 8, both negative, we will get 9, minus 9. And now if we add 2 and 4, both negative, we will get negative 6. So our numbers are 2 and 4. So negative 2 and negative 4. Negative 2 and negative 4. These are our numbers. So we will split this term into negative 2x and negative 4x. So we are not factorizing in this video, because in this video we are just trying to get some exercise of getting the numbers, how to get the number. Because if once you find the numbers with proper signs, your problem is nearly solved. We will do few more examples. So next example, x square minus 7x plus 12. Remember, this is just one way of factorizing a trinomial. There are other ways of factorizing. So sometimes you might not be able to find any two numbers. So now AC, A is 1 and C is 12. So AC equals 12 with a positive sign. And B has a negative sign and 7. So now if we multiply two numbers, we are getting positive. So it means our numbers could be both negative or they could be both positive. So we are not sure. Now look at the sign of B. So B has a negative sign. So it means our both numbers will be negative, because only then we can add them and get a negative sign. Our both numbers will be negative. So we have decided that. Now we have to only find the numbers. Once you decide the signs, finding number is easy, because 12 has factors 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. And we can multiply this number only in few ways, either 1 into 12. If we add negative 1 and negative 12, we get negative 13. So not our numbers. 2 into 6. If we add negative 2 and negative 6, we get negative 8. This is not our number. If we add 3 and 4, minus 3 and minus 4, we get negative 7. So these are our numbers. So what are our numbers? Minus 3 and minus 4. If you look carefully, all these examples, most of them have a little bit difference. So therefore I have chosen these examples so that you can understand what you do in different type of situations. Now our next example is x square plus 5x minus 36. So what are our AC? A is 1 and C is minus 36. So AC equals minus 36 and B equals 5 plus 5. So now the product is negative. So it means our number, one number will be positive and the other number will be negative. This is confirmed because only then we can get a product negative. So now look at the sign of B. B has a positive sign. It means the larger number will be positive. The sign of the larger number will be positive. So now once we have decided the signs, now look for the numbers. So we write 36 as the factor of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 12 and 36. So one number will be positive, one will be negative. So we are looking at the difference of numbers when we adding. So first we look at the multiplication. So there are only few ways. 1 into 36, but the difference is 35. Not our numbers. We need a difference of 5. So we can immediately see that 4 and 9 has a difference of 5. Why we are looking at the difference? Because one has a positive sign and one has a negative sign. And we add them. If the two have different signs, so it means we are looking at the difference. And the larger has a positive sign. So 4 and 9 are our numbers because the difference is 5. So what will be the sign of 9 and what will be the sign of 4? 9 will have a positive sign and 4 will have a negative sign. So 9 and minus 4 are our numbers. So we will split this term into 9x and minus 4x and factorize the polynomial. only 2 more examples, and hopefully then it will be very clear to you. 2 more examples. So next example is x square minus 9x plus 18. So AC. 1 into 18 is 18 plus 18, and B is minus 9. So when our product is plus, it means either both numbers are positive or both numbers are negative. Later on, when you are expert or experienced in this factorization, you don't have to write all this. You will do this in your head. But at this stage, I'm just explaining, so therefore I'm doing this. Otherwise, you can do it in your head. You don't have to write it. So our numbers can be both positive or both negative. So look at the sign of B. B is minus, so it means our both numbers will be negative. Only then we can have this B negative, because when we add, we have to get B. So it means this is the sign of our numbers. Minus, both numbers will have minus sign. Now find the numbers. For finding the numbers, just put 18. The factors of 18 are 1 and 18. The best way is like this. After 2, so see 2 is divisible by 19. Yes. You put 2 on this side, 9 on this side. Then 3 divisible. Yes. 3 on this side and 6 on this side. There is no other. So only 6 factors. So both numbers have negative signs. It means we are looking for 2 numbers and we will be adding them and getting 9. So you can see that if we add 3 and 6, we can get 9. So these are our numbers. And what is their sign? Minus 3 and minus 6. So minus 3 and minus 6 are our numbers. So we will be splitting this term into minus 3x and minus 6x. One more example and then we will move on. Our last example is 3x square minus 10x minus 8. Again AC. A is 3 and C is minus 8. So AC will be minus 24. What is B? B is minus 10. So this minus sign is telling us that our one number will be positive and one number will be negative. Only then we can have their product negative. So our situation is one number will be positive and one number will be negative. Now when this is the case, so we are looking at the difference of numbers. So what are the factors of 24? Factors of 24 are 1, 24, 2, 12, 24, 3, 8, 24, and 4 into 6, 24. So these are the factors of 24. So now what? We are looking for 2 numbers so that the difference is 10. Why we are looking at difference? Because they have different sign. So when their signs are different, and the larger number will have a sign of B, which is negative. So the larger number will be negative. This is the sign of the larger number. So if you look carefully here, so which 2 number has a difference of 10? So 12 and 2. And also the product of 24. Not only the difference of 12, but also the product of 24. So we can only find these numbers. 1 into 24, the difference is 23. 2 into 12, difference is 10. This is what we are looking for. But if you look at 3 and 8, the difference is 5. 4 and 6, the difference is 2. So our numbers are 2 and 12 because they have a difference of 10 and they have a product of 24. So 12 and 2 are our numbers. The larger will have a negative sign. So negative 12 and 2. This is enough practice for finding the numbers and choosing their signs.